shit. Here we go again.
All right, so boom. I don't even know the words. This is not even a picture from this year. But the same thing happened back in 2023. We have a double DSQ, which, if you don't know, disqualification for Charles and Lewis. I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. Let's just recap over China. Okay, we have a sprint weekend. Sprint goes chef's kiss beautifully. We love it. Like, Lewis gets first, wins the sprint. Everything looks cool, copacetic. They're like, okay, Charles is struggling a little bit. He's like, all right, we're gonna do some tweaks to the car for qualifying the race later. All right, cool. So then for qualifying, McLaren's come out strong, which, not a surprise. McLaren's always been strong. They've always been up there. Everybody, McLaren, Mercedes, Max Verstappen, not even the Red Bulls, but Max Verstappen, which we're gonna go into, and then Ferraris. They're all kind of within a second of each other. Like, they're super, super close. McLaren's come out strong. Piastri gets first in qualifying. Okay, everything's looking cool. George is second. Norris is third. Max is fourth. And then it's like fifth is Lewis. Sixth is Charles. And then we go down from there. All right. So the race starts. Norris gets ahead of George. Then I think Hamilton, Lewis was also like on George's tail. I don't know if they got past in the beginning. I don't think they did. Charles was up there. They're running now fourth and fifth. They're looking cute. Everything is looking good. This is honestly a pretty slow race, right? The whole thing is tire management, like, especially because they have a lot of right-hand turns in this race. So, like, the whole thing is like, let's not try and like mess up your tires. Let's not try and mess up your tires. They grain a lot, all this type of stuff. It's going to be a 1-stop, a 2-stop, all these things. So they're going. Everybody's talking now because Hamilton's like, oh, I'm not feeling the car. It's not going fast enough. Blase. Like, let Charles go in front of me. People are mishearing it on the radio, thinking that like the engineers are trying to tell Lewis to get to swap places with Charles, and he's like saying no to them. Whatever. They're just trying to make up a bunch of bullshit drama, honestly. But all in all, they run an okay race. Like, I have some notes. Why is it, and this is not just for Ferrari, this is for all like the cars in general. I get that they're chasing after the pinnacle, but why is it that you get a good score in the sprint? And the sprint is not like a practice, right? Like, the sprint is like usually no one sandbags and no one pulls back for the sprint. Like, in practice, people can pull back because they might be testing different things, fuel loads, all that type of stuff. But in the sprint, usually people want to win. So like, if you win the sprint, why are we trying to do tweaks to the car to like, get that extra 1/100th of a second, that extra 1/10 of a second? It does, to me, it doesn't make sense, especially if you're already in the front. Like, not if you're in the middle and you're in the back, I get it, right? You're trying to figure out where you're losing pace. But if you're in the front, why are we touching the car? Because he said that afterwards. He said, yeah, we did some stuff to the car to see if we could extract some more time, and it made it worse. Why are we touching the car? You're in first already. Neither here nor there. Then we're going to talk about Red Bull. Let's go into Red Bull for a second, because everyone's been talking about Red Bull, this cursed second seat, and I think the Red Bull car is literally made for Max's style. Like, people have said that. Everyone that's in that seat, like Alex Albon has said it, Pierre has said it, that car is specifically made for a Max type driving style, which is why he can extract the most out of the car. And even with that, they actually don't even have a good car this year. Like, he even came into this year like, yeah, our car is like not keeping up with the McLarens. We might not even be keeping up with the Ferraris or Mercedes, whatever. Already going into it not having a good car, Max is trying to juice the living life out of it at this point. And then you have Liam Lawson. Now, I don't like Liam Lawson. I'm not even going to like sugarcoat it. I don't like him. I think he puts out bad energy, which is why he keeps getting P20s, because bad energy is coming back to him. He's very rude. He drives rude. He's like, oh yeah, I just need to, get more out of the car, stuff like that. And now people are questioning Christian Horner. Hey, you got rid of Perez for this guy. And I didn't really love Perez either, but like, just the way Liam like flipped him off in his home race, that whole situation, he can be a bully. Like, he can be an asshole. And so I'm like, I didn't really like Liam to begin with. So now he getting P20s, and now they're asking Christian Horner, hey, look at how bad Liam is doing these past few races. If you don't get better, are you going to look to somebody else to like fill in that seat? Because it's not helping for the constructors. Like, Max is trying to get the most out of it, and Liam is not getting any points. So what's the deal here? So that's just my little tidbit on Liam because I can't stand that man. Anywho, moving on. End of the race. Piastri gets first, which is great. Norris gets second. Front row lockout from McLaren. Cute. George is getting third. Like I said, just collecting the third podium. He was second, lost the place, but honestly stayed steady and true and got his podium and got his points. So I'm not even mad at it. And then this happens. And then we get a little calls at the end. Pierre Gasly, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton. They all gotta go to the stewards. We wonder why. All of them disqualified. Ferrari got 0 points for the race this weekend because Lewis's, I guess his thinness of the rear end or back of the car was too thin, or the floor of it was weared down too thin. Wraps. And then Charles, his car was too light at the end of the race. Wraps. So now, after I woke up early to watch this race, before I go run a 5K, I now figure out that they DSQ'd regardless. I could have saved my time and energy and laid in bed, but no. I'm here just for this recap, just for y'all, and just for this disappointment. So, I'm not going to take my words back. I put out a video yesterday hyping Lewis up. I'm going to not do that anymore. Because I don't know if I'm the bad juge or whatever it is. I'm just going to keep it cute, keep it demure, and just give y'all this information as it comes. And then the next race, I think, is in Japan, in Suzuka. I don't think it's next week, though. I think it's the week after. So I will catch y'all then.